Welcome back to the channel, guys. You joined us for season 60. It's episode 15 and it's league match 10 against the team with a very long name. It's Victoria Swanshausen, and this is going to be a close one, so let's get into this one. Swanshausen, they are 8th in the division. They're going a very defensive 5-3-2, especially when they're at home, and their team rating is 79. They've had 3 wins out of their last 5, and double R's, we are 6th in the division. We got our first loss in the league in ages. Look at that, we put a really good run together, 4 wins, but we went down our last game. And we've got 1 injury to speak of, but that won't affect the first team because it's our 3rd team goalie. So we are playing full first team in this game, 4-3-1-2, so Equipon comes in as the whole player, literally first teamers throughout. We're going in on 80, so 79 plays 80, and we are in our famous third kit, our away kit. So let's get over to a full house Muskell Park Stadion and 25,800 watts league match 10. Kick off, and it is. It's Runnymede Rangers. We are away, but we are having the more domination, and we are taking the game to Swanshausen. But that very stubborn defence means that there's nothing really to report. We can't get through, so we go into half-time 0-0. We're hoping for more action in the second half, so when that kicked off, it's more Runnymede Rangers pressure. We are dominant. The ball goes up. And Rosa finishes it. That striker scores, and it's 1-0 up on 62 minutes. And as the game goes on, Victoria Swanshausen hitting us on the break, which is exactly what their striker does. Raffaldini scores on 70, and we've got about 20 minutes to go. This game could go either way, and indeed, that's how it ends. Fair result, I think. We'll go to the match stats in a minute, but yeah, when you look at the stats, then yeah, I think you'll agree as well that this is probably a fair result. So let's go over to ITSAGOAL. And it's official. Victoria Swanshausen 1, Runnymede Rangers 1. And yeah, if you go to the match stats, 63% possession for the double R's. Happy with that. We only managed 4 shots on target against that stubborn defence. They managed 5 shots. Obviously, one's gone in a piece. And it was Naismith, their midfielder, gets man of the match for Victoria Swanshausen. So, how does this compare with the other results on ITSAGOAL? And if we go to match day 10, we can see that Aardvark, what a result. They've won it. 5-goal thriller. They won it 3-2 against FC Spartak. And a goal on 81 and 83 have sealed it for them. Bixlington 1, Hitchin 1. So valuable points for these relegation teams. We've got Bush Corsham have managed to draw 2-2 against Wandering Rovers. Wandering Rovers had Hinnoy sent off. 2 yellows on 66. Eintracht Mind have gone down narrowly, 1-2 to Greenhome Rangers. Guardians FC convincing win against Viking 3-1. Hemphill Village, wow, they've managed to they've beaten Flying Squirrels 2-1, and yeah, a red card by Ali have really sealed the fate for Flying Squirrels. Intermalaga 2, Radicals 2. That's the game of this round of fixtures. And look at that, Akinwole 94. Well, he keeps scoring, but he scored in the very last kick of the game to get the draw. Otherwise, Radicals would have got the 3 points. Here we got the Southport Derby and Southport Superstars. They've done it. They've managed their first win, their first points of the season. Indeed, it's a 3-2 win over Southport Wanderers. 3-2. Then we've got Surfers Locker have beaten Lancaster Redmen 2-1, and there's the Victoria Swanshausen Runnymede Rangers result. So let's get over to that table where we can see Intermalaga. Look at that, they are just 1 point difference now between the top and Greenhome Rangers, which in turn 1 point difference between them and Guardians, 1 point difference between Guardians and Radicals, 1 point difference between Radicals and Surfers Locker. Then there's a gap, so we're 3 points behind the pace. Hopefully catch that up in the next 3 or 4 games. Victorious Swanshausen, they are 8th. Aardvark have come up to 10th. Hemmerford Village, after their good win, have come up to 11th. And as you go down, their Southport Superstars, they've gone up to 19th with their first 3 points of the season. And look at that, there's literally 3 points separating the bottom 5 clubs. So all to play for throughout the Bundesliga. Right, so that's it for Bundesliga. Let's get into some Runnymede Rangers business. And I'm going to take you let's go straight to squad actually. And we're going to look after 10 games. Let's have a look at our leading goal scorers. And it's Leverton. So he scored 6, 4 in the Bundesliga, 2 in the Cup. Then it's tied with Rosa, who we've just signed for another 5 seasons. And just 6 goals in the Bundesliga, 0.5 goals per game. That's not great. Rebelle's doing really well, but he's only played... how can you have 2 appearances but 3 in the Bundesliga? Don't understand that. Oh no, he scored 3 goals in the Bundesliga, that's right. So 2 appearances, 3 goals, that's why he's on 1.5. Then you got Inquipuon on 3, Truglia on 2. So Rebelles, he's killing it with 1.5. Perhaps we should play him more often. But let's compare these with the other Bundesliga top scorers. So if we let's go to League. And then we can go Bundesliga and then stats, I believe. And here we are, leading goal scorers. So can they beat 6? I bet you they can. Look at that, 16 for Akumo. I keep seeing his name. Taylor for Surfers Locker is on 14. Surfers Locker, another striker in 4th with 11. And then we've got Flying Squirrels and Greenholm Rangers. And as they come down, not a Runnymede Rangers player in sight. But that gives us hope. They're only on 0.62. So can we catch up? Right, so that is it for Runnymede Rangers business. We've got some cup competition fixtures to look at because the German Cup quarter-final fixtures are out. So let's get into these. 8 teams remaining. And here we go. Fixtures are, it's going to be Aardvark versus cup holders Inter Malaga. That's going to be difficult for Aardvark. Greenholm Rangers going favourites against Eintracht Mind. Southport Wanderers, got to be fancy Surfers Locker for that game. And Viking versus an off-form FC Spartak. So can this game go either way? Well, these play out on Wednesday at midday. And we'll, of course, bring you this action. But, yeah, it looks like it's going to be interesting. Semi-finalist going into the semi-finals for the German Cup. So all to play for in that cup as well. Right, let's go over to Runnymede Rangers, our next game, and our next league game is at home to Viking, who are through to the quarters of the League Cup. So Viking not doing too well in the league, they are 14th. And if you preview this game, then we've made a couple of switches. So we're just resting some of our players. So Rahimi, our goalie, he goes out. Ryman comes in because he's on form. Then we've got Mestrovic has been rested. Shu comes in. And we've got Gonzalez comes in midfield. And Truglia comes in up front to give Leverton a rest. So we're going in 4-3-3. We're going in 77. Whereas Viking, they've got 70-60s. They've got 50 in there as well. They've got 16 to 74 up front. And they're going in more standard 4-4-2. And they are going in 72. So 77 plays 72. This game kicks off. It's the late game. Kicks off 6 p.m. tomorrow. So we'll bring you the result of this game in tomorrow's episode. So some interesting fixtures for the League Cup quarterfinals. And managed to draw in that game, which I think was a fair result. But still loads of action to come on the Runnymede Rangers channel. So guys, if you've got any comments on what you've just seen, then you know what to do. Put them downstairs, and while you're down there, subscribe. Smash the likes. As always, don't just tune in, join in on ITSAGOAL.org. Thanks for watching.